Hey, what is going on, guys? Is it me or does it smell brand new in here? Have this like new car smell, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Blu-XPerience podcast show. And yes, I know you're like, wait a minute, episode 32. Yes, it is episode 32, but guess what? We're on our own channel now,
Oh yeah.
no longer splitting us up between the Blue Games channel and the XP.32 channel. We have the Blu-XPerience media channel that we're rocking in. So welcome, guys, to the inaugural episode 32 of us just sitting down with aviation industry goods and people and friends and products and talk. And that's what we're here about on the Blu-XPerience. If you guys missed last week's episode, it was awesome. All of those episodes, that the past 31 episodes, are going to be available on this channel. They are being uploaded as we speak. So if you want to go back and refresh and rewatch what Phoenix said 1 year ago, or what V1 Sim said, or anybody said before, it's going to be on this channel. So welcome to it. And what a way we're kicking it off. But before we even do that, Blue, what's going on, man? How's it feel to sit in the new studio?
Yeah, man. What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy Blue. It's good to be in the new studio. I'm in the new Blue HQ, but we're also sitting on the new Blu-XPerience media channel. Again, the home of the Blu-XPerience for now on. And man, it's dope, man. It's really cool. It's something we've been talking about for a long time. And I'm excited to continue and to keep growing and to keep just talking all things flight sim and aviation. Again, as we always say, the whole idea of this show came from me and XP just talking on the phone, talking about flight sim, talking about aviation, and just, we could just talk for hours because we just love this. We have a passion for this, and we know that a lot of you out there who are watching, who are listening, also have that same passion. And sometimes you wish you just had somebody to talk to about it. So we're all here to discuss the current things going on, the current issues, the things we love, the things we hate, and the things we appreciate. And I think today is one of those things that we love because we are honored to be in the presence of a new guest today. Who we got, XP?
Wow, what a way to kick off the inaugural episodes on Blu-XPerience Media. No other than Orbx, guys. Orbx is in the house today. We have Santi from Orbx, and he's going to just come on and spill all the beans on everything that they're doing. Well, maybe not. And then, massive giveaway. I know you guys are waiting for that too. We have a massive giveaway. We're going to be giving away, 5 Orbx product plus 5 Volanta
Premium
membership subscription premium. There you go. So we have a huge thing. But Santi from Orbx, thank you so much for agreeing to come on. I know it's morning where you are. You're in South Korea. Thanks for waking us up and joining us in the morning, man. How you doing? Welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for having us on the first episode of the podcast on your new channel. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely, man. Glad you were able to make it with us. So, man, we've been trying to get you on the show for a while, but you guys have been so busy with so many things going on. You guys are huge in the flight sim community. When we think about Orbx, it's just like so many products we could think about and different things, and we have so much questions. So, how you guys been holding up? How are you been holding up as far as, with the Microsoft Flight Sim, X-Plane, P3D, FSX? How have you guys been over there at Orbx?
It's been quite busy, to say the least. So, lots going on. A lot of us at Orbx have, tackled different areas. Between myself with community management and partly with the marketing team, and also some development. So, everyone is quite busy these days, and especially with Microsoft Flight Sim.
Yep, I can imagine. I mean, I'm gonna have some questions about X-Plane 11. I'm sorry, X-Plane 12, but I'm not even gonna go there yet. Let's talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator, because, as you know, and you guys are aware of it, it just changed the entire industry, and you guys seem to have jumped like right into it right at the beginning. Did you guys have a beta of it? Did you guys have advanced knowledge of Microsoft Flight Sim? How did that come out? How did you guys find out and decide to jump on it right away?
Well, I think with any new simulator release, it's kind of, we're flight simmers too. So, as soon as we hear about an exciting new Microsoft Flight Sim, we also are intrigued to find out more about it. As far as, if we had beta, I'm not too sure of that because I joined after that point. But I'm sure we had some cooperation from Asobo, and a lot of the previews back then were promising, especially with some of the influencer highlights of Microsoft Flight Sim. being shown. So yeah, we were eager to jump on board right away. Just the the visual capability as well is just stunning.
I remember back when they released those first trailers, and I was like super excited. And I'm gonna be 100% honest and transparent with you because that's all that's all I can do. I gotta do that. I was like, oh, Orbx is out of business.
You did say that. You did say that. I remember it.
I was like, oh, I guess we don't need scenery anymore. And look at us today. I'm probably buying 10 times more scenery than I was on X-Plane before Microsoft came out. So it's pretty crazy. But also, I mean, I'm just thinking like, and again, I know you may have came in a little bit later than that, but I feel like developers and partners and people around Orbx were probably looking at these trailers like, oh, I can do better. Like, what do you think is or I guess what can you portray was the mindset behind the whole Orbx? I would call them family because there's a lot of you guys. Whenever Microsoft first came out, do you just see like a gold mine? Like there's a lot of potential here. We can make this so much better, or what's the mindset around the camp out there?
I think being a developer myself, seeing the capabilities and tools provided, a way of for us to kind of visualize what our products could be. I think it not only us but everyone in this community, it kind of pushed us up a level, to explore new ways, new methods of bringing our products to, bringing the realism out, bringing the airports to a higher degree
Mm-hmm.
of realism. And whenever you have a chance to improve your product or your project into something that looks visually more compelling, I think anyone would jump on that right away to be able to push the limits of what's possible and break the boundaries of what wasn't possible and on say previous versions.
So on that note, because as you're saying, basically Microsoft Flight Sim itself kind of raised the bar when it came to
Hmm.
scenery, and I know as a simmer, I'm very critical of scenery, especially when Microsoft came out. I was like, all right, well, this is the new bar. Like, if it looks worse than this, it's crap now. You know what I mean? Like, even though we might have loved it back in P3D, we might have loved it back on X Plane, but if it don't look this good, it's crap now. And so, what are some challenges that even like you as a developer or even other developers may have had to tackle to raise that bar to kind of like, because in the whole community is like they see a standard, right? And they're like, all right, if it doesn't look like this, then I don't think it's good. How did you guys, what was the challenge behind raising the bar?
I think, well, I don't want to speak for every developer at Orbx, but personally, I think one of the challenges was actually getting used to new methods of allowing us to, say for example, some of our mesh, airport mesh, or even some visual materials and the methods that were previously used for other platforms can now be done, you know, basically in the sim itself, in the editor. So I think that was initially a challenge to kind of figure out how that worked, and and how we can improve our methods. Um,
No, I get you. So basically, Microsoft was so new, and I guess this leads to the next question. What you're
Mhm.
saying, how do you do things? Did Microsoft help you guys a lot, or did you guys figure it out amongst yourselves as developers how to do stuff, how to get it, the best way, the easiest way, the workflow going? How did that work?
I think there was a lot of communication back and forth, and I'm pretty positive. I haven't personally worked on Microsoft items at that time since I joined a little bit later. So, but yeah, there's a healthy relationship between a lot of developers, not just Orbx, but between Asobo and our development community. It's very nice to see how that interaction has helped bring a lot of new material to Microsoft Flight Sim.
Cool.
Nice.
I do have one question I think that we may have skip past because we're just so excited to talk to you. But can you, I guess, to the people who in the chat and who are listening, can you explain, I guess, again, who you are exactly and what is your role at Orbx?
Yeah, so I'm Santi. I am the community manager for Orbx and partially Volanta. I also deal a lot with our marketing activities. We have a great marketing team over at Orbx, and I also do some X-Plane development. So I
Cool.
do development for X-Plane products on the side. So it's a combination of everything, really. And like a lot of us at Orbx, we're all hands on deck type of crew. You know, everyone is talented.
So
We yeah.
how did you get hired by Orbx? Like, I mean, were you already just making your own scenery? Did you like, get an application? Like, how do you get hired at Orbx?
That's a good question, actually. So I've always been a simmer. Oh geez, I've been flight simming, I'd say about 18 years now.
Jeez.
So yeah, so
Wow, you
I've
say
been
18 years?
yeah since a young age. So I was into it from a young age, and it's always been a passion of mine. So um, the way I joined Orbx initially was more of a communication between Volanta devs and myself. So I initially reached out to Volanta and said, "Hey, I love the product. Is there a way I could, potentially help with, help make it grow, and like I want to see some of the features that I would personally use be developed for Volanta." So it initially started with a conversation, and then it evolved into community management for Volanta, and then it evolved to some marketing activities for Volanta, and then now no, it's for both Volanta and Orbx. So
So
it kind of grew from an initial conversation to what it is today. So I'm pretty thankful.
So basically, it started off as a conversation about, hey, can I get in on that beta? To working. That's pretty cool. It sounds, authentic and organic the way you got in. I mean, you obviously built up a good relationship with this person, and that's pretty cool. Did you
Yeah.
actually like as far as getting in the project of Volanta, were you actually like helping create it, code it, design it? Like, what was your part for initially with
So
Volanta?
Y- Yeah, so a lot of the initial steps were to help the development team gather community feedback of, wishes and wants, maybe some bug fixing. So it's basically I was bridging that connection between the developers and the community. So it basically evolved from that initially, where I brought up the main issues or the main features that were requested to the developers, and work with the developers in a way from a community standpoint to see how we could unfold these new features in future versions.
Nice, nice. Wow. And I was just looking over the website for Orbx. Orbx is a fairly, I want to say fairly large company, is it? Would you consider it's a big company? Is this the biggest in the flight sim space?
I personally don't know if it's the biggest,
Mhm.
but there are quite a few people working for Orbx. I'm not sure on the numbers. Maybe I should know this, but
Right. No. I'm astonished as I go through and look at your website and just see how much you guys have covered, how much products are on the orbxdirect.com website. And I haven't even stopped to look at it that you guys basically cover the entire world, Africa, Asia, South America, just the whole thing, liveries, aircraft, utilities, the whole thing. That's a lot to keep track of, but also it's good that it's all in one place. We can go get all your products and stuff. So it's fairly huge. How do you manage to keep up with all that stuff?
um, well, we have an internal kind of system, I guess you could say, where it's fairly straightforward to keep track of, especially now that we have partners on board. So some of those products are actually partner products that are are hosted on Orbx Direct. So it's fairly straightforward and actually quite convenient with the way Orbx Central app deals with the distribution of products, especially how easy it is to download and install a product into your simulator. It supports all sims. So if you have a product, if you have multiple sims installed, it basically automatically updates and installs them for you. So managing that is with our, it's fairly straightforward from my perspective. Maybe not on the technical side, but I think we do a good job of keeping tabs on all our products available. So
Oh yeah. If you guys don't have Orbx Central on your computer, you're missing out.
Big time.
Huge, big time. It is so user friendly. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, let's do this, Blue, if you don't mind. We got tons more questions for you. Let's break the ice and see if we can give away the first giveaway here, since some guys in chat are getting arrested. So like, when's the giveaway?
We do have 10 giveaways today in total.
Yeah, we got 10. So we're going to try to space them out. We're going to do one every hour, so we'll be here for 10 hours. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But yeah, shout out to you guys for sponsoring this and for agreeing to give away all these products on the channel here, and we appreciate it. I guess we're going to do it in chat like we normally do in our streams. We're going to give you a keyword to type in, and I want you to type in that keyword, and in a few minutes we'll do a drawing, and you have to be here to win it. You're going to have an Orbx account to win it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Santi. Because at some point we're going to need an email address from you that we can turn over to Orbx, and then they will fulfill that for you. So if you're not have an Orbx account, you need to make one. Does that make sense? Yes.
Yes.
We
I'm answering for them. Yes, it makes sense.
Exactly. You also need to subscribe to this channel here to get one. So let's start it this way. While we'll ask some more questions of Santi here. Exclamation Orbx. So actually, no, let's not do that. Let me set another one up here for you guys, because that's going to bring up the Orbx website, which is the orbxdirect.com. If you guys don't know, if you guys want to know how to get an account, go to orbxdirect.com or go to exclamation Orbx in chat, and that will get you to their website. You can sign up with an email address and get an account going while you're watching the channel. But we're going to do a keyword style. So
how about exclamation mark Fly July?
There, see, we got to talk about that exactly. So don't do it yet. I'll tell you guys exactly how to do it right now. Give me a second. We're going to do a keyword and exclamation Fly July. Here we go. So exclamation Fly July in chat. That's all you got to do. You got to type it one time, and that will make you eligible. In about 5 minutes, we'll roll it and see who has the first winning here on the channel.
All
so
right.
Exclamation Fly July in chat, guys. Exclamation Fly July in chat. Let's run that.
I'm gonna log into my Blue Games account and type in this.
Are we eligible for that? Are we eligible?
absolutely.
I know, right? I know.
I see them popping
But as a
up.
matter of fact, as we talk about let's talk about Fly July.
Yeah,
Fly
sure.
July is going on right now. What is Fly July for you guys?
So Fly July is our month of basically celebrating the flight sim community as a whole, everything flight sim. So we have events, we have podcasts like this one that we're on. We have a lot of giveaways. We have sales, sponsored products. There's a lot of other developers also tied into Fly July. So basically, everything in the community as a whole, we try to bring everyone together and basically celebrate what we love doing. And Fly July has always been to promote flight sim.
Nice.
So, what was the inspiration behind Fly July? Like, how did you guys come up with this? How many years have you been doing it? Was this like a marketing strategy? Just the marketing came up with, oh yeah, let's just give, do. I mean, what else? What else does Fly July incorporate besides streamers flying it, and what all is it really doing?
I think it's the third year running. When I joined Orbx last year. That was my first year of Fly July, so it was already happening before me. But this is the third year running. Our goal with Fly July initially was to kind of develop a rapport with the community and all other influencers and developers in our in the flight sim community to get in on, dedicating a month to everything that we love doing. So that's if it happens to be, streamers that, participate, or even just everyone in the community who want to participate in group flights, or, sometimes we have events online with FatSim. So there's tons of activities that go on through our Fly July month on a
Yeah,
yearly basis.
I'm looking at your list right now, and today we missed Katie Pilot was on celebrating Flight July.
I
But we're
was
gonna have
watching.
yep.
Oh, I didn't miss
There
it.
you go. EasyJet Sim Pilot is gonna be on tomorrow. We got a live stream with Orbx and X-Plane tomorrow. That was gonna be, I forgot the name of who's gonna be
Flight Sim
streaming that.
Association.
Association. There's Blue Sky Radio Live. You guys are going to be on talking about Volanta, Captain Canada on Monday, Flyzilla, Flying Fabio, Fly with DK, and Heli Simmer. The only two names I don't see there is Blue Games and XP72. So we're gonna have to jump
change
in
that.
and change that and add our names to the list, just to help celebrate it. But it's good.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So, just to break down the Orbx Direct Store, basically you have the Orbx product and you have products from other developers as well. Is that how the store is set up?
Yeah, so we have partners. We call our partners. We host products for our partners as well. So there's I think a huge list of partners now on our site.
Massive list.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to name off all of them right now, but
don't even try.
we host partner products as well. So just convenient use of Orbx Central and the technology behind it to obtain partner products, and they are also included in some of our sales as well. So it's basically like a one-stop shop for everything that you need.
For scenery, yeah.
Scenery,
or not just
aircraft,
scenery. Sorry, all kinds of things. Yeah.
all kinds of things. So
good. I have a question, but I may want to hold it until after the giveaway because it might be a longer answer. I'm not sure, but it's about Orbx Direct, so I'm just gonna let y'all.
Well, let's do this then. Let's just run the first giveaway here. I'm looking at it, and looks like we have for the users who typed in the keyword. Give me a second. Let me just double check and make sure how much we have, because we had about 50 people eligible for it. And give me a sec, and then we're gonna roll it here. Let's see. I think we're ready to go. One more. Give me 1 second here. I want to make sure. I want to make sure everybody jumps on it and gets in on it right here to make sure. So if you guys haven't done it yet, exclamation Fly July in chat is what you need to talk. The link is popping up. Also, you can click on that link, put in your email address on there, and that will get you over to be a part of the Fly July thing that they have. Definitely. I want to make sure it pops up on the screen once we do the first giveaway here. Give me a second. All right, we're gonna go ahead and roll it. Not sure if this one is gonna pop up. We're working on that anyway, but here we go. You guys ready? In 3, go ahead.
2, 1, roll it.
And roll it. We have the first winner eligible right now is going to be Dorian. Dorian,
hey.
Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. Dorian, say hello in chat. There it is, popped up on Nightbot.
Yeah,
awesome,
it did.
Awesome. Perfect. Dorian.
Congrats, Dorian.
Congrats, man. Say hi in chat. And then what I'll need you to do is to send me a private message on my Discord, and I'll get the information over to Santi here so we can hook you up with one of the Orbx scenery. We're going to do all the sceneries first, then we'll do the Volanta stuff going forward. There it is. Dorian is here. Thank you, Dorian.
Nice.
Congratulations. Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Blue, go ahead with your question that you
Yeah,
had.
so my question was just about Orbx Direct and just how genius of an idea that was. um, from what I understand, that was the first time I saw that happen in Flight Sim, and I was wondering. I know, again, I know you're a bit newer. You're not, Orbx is like a freaking 50-year-old company, so I know you haven't been here the whole time. But I'm saying, like, do you have any insight or any information on like how that came about? And then also, where did the idea to basically create the partner program where you're now basically adopting other senior developers to be on your shop?
Um, well, I know Orbx Central was initially developed by Ben McClintock. He's actually head of technology for Orbx and
Hmm.
also the one who created Volanta. Um, Knowing him, the main reason why Central was created was to make life easier. Like the less steps, the better, So basically, just want to get you flying. Just one click install and go. That
Yeah,
was basically the whole reason behind it, I'm sure. Um, and from that, it's been consistently, you know, being improved and from the back end. And yeah, so uh, if you know Ben at all, he's very meticulous when it comes to ease of use and user friendliness.
yeah. And I think it's exactly what I mean. We've all experienced as well. Is
Mhm.
I remember when Orbix, what is the new one called? Is it Direct or is it Central? I don't remember because what it was. There was an old system you guys had, which is called
Yes.
that
So
Central.
yeah, so there was multiple versions of Central, and then our latest version 3, I believe, was released a couple years back.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, the actual website Orbx Direct was changed from a previous older web domain, so it's been evolving ever since.
So yeah,
Awesome.
so the older one I remember was okay. I remember personally, and again I'm transparent and honest, but I remember having a nightmare downloading True Earth, the sceneries for X-Plane, a while back. But then you guys came out with the version we use now, and I
Hmm.
love the fact that again it's one click install. You can either one click add to your cart or one click buy and install in one click, which is very dangerous. And then and then also I love that whenever you open it up, it just automatically detects all your scenery. It shows it on the little Orbx map, but then it also will tell you, all right, these need to be updated, and you just hit update. Like one of my biggest complaints in flight sim in general has always been updating products. One of the most
Hmm.
inconvenient things you could do in flight sim is keeping things updated. And I think Orbis did a great job of actually keeping that, getting scenery updated. I remember when it came out, I was like, man, I wish all scenery was here. like, and so yeah, it's so good. And I also love the addition of the way that you've created the folders. And maybe this may not be a compliment to you, Santi, but maybe for Ben if he's watching, but I like that you can change folders. You can do like what they call a main folder or like your sim folder. So it's kind of like creating a symbolic link, which is something I had to figure out how to do manually back in the day.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
Orbix does it all for you. Like say you don't have enough space on your main C drive, which I don't. It's in the red. It's always in the red. I don't ever want anything installing in there. But Orbix gives you the opportunity to install straight to a different hard drive, and I love that.
Yeah, I think, and it's consistently being improved upon. So we have certain features in the works for new updates down the road, and it's constantly being looked at. So if even if for with feedback, if someone has a suggestion or a feedback for the way to make things easier, then we're all ears. That's the same that goes with pretty much everything Orbix, whether it's Volanta or Orbx Central, our products.
That's what
Yeah.
I wanted to ask as well was I know you maybe can't share everything, but is there anything
Mhm.
on the Orbix Central side specifically? Because I mean, it works pretty good as it is right now. But is there
Mhm.
anything that are in development? Anything you can say about the future of Orbix Central, or at least the direction that you guys are planning on going, or anything you say there?
Uh, all I can say right now is, um,
I see you're being very careful right now.
it's
Well,
exciting times ahead. That's
well,
all I can say.
and let me save you from answering that because I have another question, and just gonna go here right now. When I knew that you guys were gonna come on the show, I started talking about Orbx and what Orbx can do for a particular sim, and that particular sim is X-Plane 12.
Yes, let's talk about it.
I know. Let me explain myself. You guys have Orbx True Earth, correct? Which is there's one for Florida, there is England, and there's some other places. And it's a fantastic product. For us people who don't want to make ortho, right? I have like a 2 terabyte filled with ortho that I made by myself. And I'm looking at it going, X-Plane 12 is coming out. We know they don't have Microsoft-esque Bing Maps and stuff like that, or Google Maps. Is there anything in the works that you can talk about that Orbx is going to do for X-Plane overall that we can look forward to? And I have some ideas, but anything you can talk about on the X-Plane 12 front, because I'm an X-Plane guy. I love it. I love Microsoft too, but anything at all?
Absolutely. So I've actually developed for X-Plane, and we recently released Brisbane for X-Plane 11, and we are doing everything we can to bring some of our products over to X-Plane 12. Not only that, we're currently still working internally to see how our True Earth regions, interact with the new sim. So all I can say right now is that it looks phenomenal. So even airports, it looks totally different. I think their new engine in X-Plane 12 is it's going to be a treat.
Wow. I'm gonna clip that. Wow. I mean, look, let me just tell you what I've been talking about openly to Blue and friends. I'm saying, if Orbx can do, Orbx True Earth Global.
World.
Yeah, True Earth World. I for one would be a huge. I would buy it. And almost to the point of, I'm not saying not caring how much it costs, but I would love to get my hands on that where I can either go to one spot and download it on a hard drive by itself and keep it, or even have you guys ship me a hard drive with it on it. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm just saying for a lot of us X-Plane people, there's a need and anticipation of what you guys have to come with that. Definitely. I see the smile
Yeah.
on your face.
I'm doing everything I can because I agree with you on True Earth regions. I love even before I joined Orbx, I really love the True Earth regions in X-Plane. So all I can say is we are hard at work to get everything we can over to the new platform. So
Yeah, there
yeah.
is a major hole in X-Plane 12 already before it even came out. And I know all of Orbx knows about it because you guys detected the holes in Microsoft Flight Sim as well. And with X-Plane coming out, yes, we love that, do our orthos and stuff on our own, but obviously the True Earth product is obviously, it's much better than the ortho you can generate. And so, basically with XP is saying, me and XP have actually talked just about this today and yesterday. We're like, man, Orbx needs to come out with True Earth World. I was like, oh, and include a hard drive. We'll pay for both. But it's just the regions are great. I love the new Spain you guys came out with as well, and I think there's another one out in the islands somewhere. So I noticed they've been coming out slower lately, but it's still, because of X-Plane and its release coming up, it's like I was just in X-Plane yesterday, and I was flying over my own ortho. It wasn't Orbx ortho, just free ortho. I was flying over it, and I was like, this is gorgeous. And I was like, I can't wait to see how this looks in X-Plane 12. And imagine the Orbx scenery, you know what I mean? Even just the regular True Earth in the regions that exist now, like you said, like it's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, and I think just from my personal opinion, I like all sims I personally use every one. I use Microsoft Flight Sim. I use X-Plane, DCS. I use
DCS, hey, let's go.
P3D. So it's it it's kind of one of those things where I'm jumping in between all of them all the time. But because I have a special love for X-Plane, everyone, I decided to tackle some development for that. So I'm working with some guys internally in Orbx, and yeah, so look forward to doing a lot more for X-Plane in the future.
I mean, we've talked a lot about the future of X-Plane, and P3D and FSX. And I'm going to ask you about it. So based on what you guys are doing internally and what you see coming down, you maybe have access to the beta of 12. Are you very excited for X-Plane 12, or what is it for you guys, for X-Plane 12 and as a platform itself?
We're very excited. So any new platform is like I said earlier, when Microsoft Flight Sim was announced, I was just like everyone else, we were jumping all over the place. So yeah, we're very excited to see everything progress for our hobby, and this is the next progression for flight simmers. More choice out there, the better. And even if you're like me and use multiple sims, it's always great to have a new sim upcoming in that genre. So
So you guys are full-fledged in X-Plane basically, you're saying? No slowdown, no drawback.
full-fledged as in all hands on deck.
Or just, well, not Hall Center, but just developing. Because somebody asked in chat about porting some sceneries from P3D FSX over to X-Plane itself. Like,
Okay.
what was it? Brisbane, somebody asked about, or somewhere else in Australia. I just saw in chat somebody was saying, hey,
Melbourne.
Melbourne, there you go, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so we're continually, I can't say what's coming next, but I'm pretty sure you're going to start seeing a lot more X-Plane stuff coming out. So
Of course.
I'm glad to have you on camera because I see your facial expression. And if you forget, he's smiling when he's talking, so it's good. Yeah, that's good for us,
I have
man.
a question about on the porting subject, and
Yep.
how does that? I have two questions. I have a question and a follow-up question. So first of all, how does the porting process work? Are you just kind of taking the models from one, converting the models to be the correct file type or whatever for the new sim? And then also, how do you decide which scenery comes over? Because I know that even before Microsoft Flight Sim came out, I would
Yep.
I would be jealous as an X-Plane user, all these P3D amazing sceneries. I'm like, when are they gonna bring it to X-Plane? When are they gonna bring it to X-Plane? And then it may come, it may not, right? And the same kind of is going right now, even for Microsoft Flight Sim. We have some great scenery for X-Plane and for P3D, and we're now all like, all right, so when are we gonna get all this scenery on Microsoft Flight Sim? And it's gonna be the same thing going back to 12. So how does the porting process work? Are you porting? Are you recreating from scratch? And then how do you decide?
Yeah, that's a good question, and it's a yes and no answer. So there's a lot that goes into bringing a product over to a new platform, or even transitioning or converting to a platform. When we say conversion, it could mean, like it doesn't necessarily mean we're taking the same exact assets and just plopping them into the new sim. For example, in Brisbane, the one I recently developed with Mariano, Brisbane for X-Plane, we basically rebuilt that scenery from scratch. So it has the only relation it has to, say, the Microsoft or P3D version is the actual 3D building models. But the textures themselves and everything else had to be redone. Even some of the models themselves had to be tweaked to adapt properly into the new sim. But everything else was remade from the ground up. So I spent a ton of time on the mesh design in X-Plane, and as everyone knows, mesh in X-Plane is pretty difficult. So there's a lot of new features in the X-Plane version that say other sim versions may not have, or that may be overlooked. So a conversion, to go back to your question, I think a conversion could consist of reusing some of the materials or models, but a lot of work is done to actually bring it alive in any simulator. There's a lot of work that has to go on behind the scenes. It's not as simple as a copy paste type deal. Majority of the models have to be tweaked or even like completely redone in texturing.
I'm glad you said that because I'm one of those people who didn't understand the complexity of what a port is, and a lot of times in the flight sim community, especially with Microsoft Flight Sim, it can be kind of looked down upon when things are ported, because we feel
Yep.
that we lose quality in the conversion,
Yeah.
But like you said, there's a lot more work I'm assuming that you put into it. I mean, it makes sense to use the same model because why should you have to?
A model's a model. A
Yeah.
polygon's a polygon, right? So we may use some of the models from other platforms, but again, there's a lot of work that goes into actually making it work and look stunning in whatever simulator we're converting to. So yeah, majority of the time it's the model itself is used, and then the textures are completely redone.
And
So
what about airport layout? Because say, I mean, Orbx has been around a long time. So what if you made
yep.
a airport back in, I don't know, 2010? I might be going too far back. I don't know. I'm just making up numbers. And then you're gonna go ahead and recreate that airport or port it, whatever you want to call it, in 2022. Would you just take what was already made, or do you start from do you update the layout? Because a lot of airports change. I know I'm not gonna say any names, but there was a scenery that came out not long ago that was a port from a developer, and it came over, and people were complaining, "Hey, like this is the 2015 version."
Yeah, that's a good question. It actually fits in nicely with what I'm doing now. I won't spill the beans, but basically one specific airport that I'm working on now is very outdated in today's terms when we're talking about layout, airport layout. So I'm actually going ahead and making sure the new layout is included for the next version of X-Plane. So
Nice.
Nice. That's good. All right, let's do this. I can feel the natives getting restless. Let's run another giveaway. The last one was like 10-15 minutes ago. And then we're gonna jump in some other stuff. Guys, in chat, second giveaway, courtesy of Orbx today we have on the show. Exclamation giveaway in chat. Exclamation giveaway in chat, guys. Let's run that. We'll run it for about a few minutes, the next 5 minutes or so, and then we'll hit it because I keep forgetting that we have actually 10 of these to do. This is number 2. So courtesy of Orbx on the show today, exclamation giveaway in chat for the next giveaway that we have to run. Make sure you go ahead and sign up for an Orbx account. Sign up for an Orbx account, and that's the email address that we're going to need from you guys in order to claim your prize that Orbx is providing to us. So if you don't have an Orbx account yet, this is what you're going to need to do to get that. So run that in chat right now.
It's running.
There you go.
While they're doing that, the second half of that question was, so how do you guys decide what old scenery to bring to life again?
Yeah. So there's a lot of how can I say it? There's a lot of that goes into deciding what brought over. So not only is it for popularity of said product, but a majority of the decisions also lie on the developer themselves. Because developers are artists, and sometimes you may not have how can I say this nicely? You may not have the drive to revisit something, like any art form.
Yeah, that's real.
If you do, yeah. So if there's like a painting you've done, that you're happy with, but later on you may not revisit it. But again, that's all that's just one little portion of the decision process.
So is there an almighty Orbx emperor who is like telling all the little scenery developer guys, you should make this airport, you should make this airport, or is everybody just running around doing their thing, being artists, and then they send it like, all right, I want to release this on the thing?
It's a lot more organized. So yeah, yeah. No, we're
Because
not
I
just
can
running around
imagine
and
you guys have like hundreds of developers who make scenery. Like how are you guys not making the same scenery, right? Like so how's that? How are you guys organizing so many creatives?
yeah. There's teams of there's teams and a strategy, a development strategy, and a lot of organization that goes into planning products for the pipeline. So yeah, no one's crossing over or yeah, stepping on toes on another developer. That doesn't happen.
But this
It's a
doesn't
lot of
include
a lot of teamwork.
partners. This is just the actual core Orbx design team,
That's
right?
right. Yep.
Gotcha.
Partners. We only host their products. So there's sometimes we work with partners for certain things, but majority of what I'm talking about now is core Orbx internal
Copy.
development. So
And what's the research like on scenery? Like, are you just Googling it? You send out a photographer? I mean, because Orbx is a big company. You guys are doing it big. I mean, you got to be sending photographers out all over the world or traveling yourself out there to get reference photos because there's places you can't like how are you guys getting all this research and reference together? How does that work?
that's a good question because I personally haven't been out scouting for photos or references, but I do know that in the past we have had people go out and survey. I think we also obtain third-party contractors to take references for us. I'm not too sure on that. Don't quote me on that, but we like to get accurate material. So it's not just going on, say your local map service and taking screenshots of your, the buildings or whatever. Like we actually like real references. So I mean, stuff like Google Earth and nowadays is extremely helpful to get like references of like how stuff is placed. But obviously isn't great for building accurate 3D models or
Yeah, because you guys have like little like
limitation.
for example, like some of the airports you guys have like for out in the bushes, like bush flight locations. Like you got the sign up, you know what I mean? Like there's details there that there's no way you could ever find even from Google Images, right? So like I have to assume that somebody had to visit there, right?
Yep, that's right. And it also helps like our community, the whole flight sim community as a whole is great for references. You may have someone working as a handler at some airport that's able to get you a close up of the baggage door or a certain sign in a certain location, and that helps tremendously as well. So there's multiple ways of getting references for products, and it just depends on what's required to get accurate data.
Here's a bad question. Have you ever looked at a current rendition of any particular airport that's already done by somebody else and go, you know what, we can do a better job. Let's do that airport ourselves. Have you guys ever done that before? Because sometimes there's airports out there like it's okay. It looks like the real thing, but sometimes I wish for an Orbx flavor take on that. Have you guys done that?
I can't speak for others, but I mean, for myself, yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, because I'm a simmer myself, like I look for things that many others do, in a scenery. So if I come across something that's been done before, of course, yeah. And some products are fantastic. They're like I can never reach that level of artistic talent, in some other products out there. It's just amazing to see. Like I think having that as a benchmark in our flight sim community is good for everyone involved because it pushes you to get better and better. But yeah, to answer your question, from my personal experience, I've said that to myself a few times.
Awesome. All right, let me roll this giveaway here. This is giveaway number 2. Thank you guys for participating in it. Let's see. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and roll it. Finsane, FS Insane, I should say. FS Insane.
FS Insane?
Yeah, oh yeah, FS
What?
Insane.
He just won my giveaway like 2 days ago.
Really? It's funny because Dorian won one of mine too. FS Insane, man. Are you in chat, brother? Say hi to us and then send me a private message with your email address, your Orbx email address for your Orbx account. Say hi in chat, man. Congratulations, my friend. You just won. Ooh, there he is. He's in chat.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you
is.
so much, man.
That's your lucky
That's
week,
insane.
man. Good job. Congrats.
Yep. Send me a private message on my Discord, man, with your email address, and we'll get him over to Orbx for you. All right. Even though we're not gonna do we could mix up the giveaways here because what I want to jump into, I'm looking at the time already. It's almost an hour. Jeez. Volanta. Let me ask you about Volanta because as a streamer, I can't tell you. Every other stream goes by, somebody goes, "Are you on Volanta? Are you on Volanta? Are you on Volanta?" And my answer is always like, "No, not yet, because I'm using this other product over here. I don't see, why or how or I should." Tell me about Volanta. Tell me why me XP should jump on Volanta. What is Volanta? What does it do? Where did it come from? All that. What is Volanta, man?
Well, similar to what we were talking about earlier on how Orbx Central came to be. Ben also and a group of devs also saw the need for a tracker that is user friendly and easy to use, but also hosts the technical features that people like to see in a flight tracker. So it initially stemmed from his decision to bring a tracker for every simulator that has the same how can you say user friendly experience that Central does. So Volanta allows you to track your flight, has many features, and it's completely free, and it'll always be free. And we also have a premium version if people desire those extra features. But even with our free version, it has accurate 3D flight paths, the fleet management. There's a whole sort of list of different things that is available to you. But I think the number one thing that the core of Volanta does great is its automatic detection. So you basically load Volanta up, and you just let it be, and it'll track you. And it'll detect your airplane. It'll detect your departure airport automatically for you. You don't even have to touch anything. But if you want the extra features, it's there available for you.
Hold on. So you're saying like with other ones, I have to go tell it which sim I'm flying, hit the button to start. So you're saying Volanta, once I'm logged into it, it ties into all my simulators and just
automatically
run. Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. That sounds good. A couple of questions I have, because as I said, I've never used it before. Whether it's the free version or the paid version, you can say which. I like to have, as a streamer, I like to have my banner up top shows, my altitude, ETA, things like that. Is there any streamer mode in it yet, or is that something that's going to be coming into Volanta?
It's in the works. That's all I can say for now. Yep, it's definitely on our list to do.
All I'm gonna say is you guys can have a lot more streamers using it when you add that feature. I'm serious. I've been in conversations, and that's the one thing people are waiting for to actually make the switch to Volanta. So,
and remember, like we're also simmers too. So whenever we feel like we have a feature in mind that would be useful to us, we bring that up to the team, to the development team, and the community can do the same too. So we have a website, feedback.volanta.app, and you can actually see a list of features that people are requesting, and you can vote on those features of which ones get prioritized.
That's
So
cool.
you can actually see what. So if you go to feedback.volanta.app, you'll actually see the list of features that people are requesting.
Try to find it real quick.
Yeah.
See what people are asking for.
So Volanta also gives you VATSIM network coverage readouts too, because I'm looking at the website
Yep.
here. So basically,
So so it covers Volanta IVAO. Our events feature is also very useful. So all Volanta events that are happening throughout the week are all listed in Volanta, and it'll actually highlight the region and the airports that the event is taking place at. So you can actually select the I'm going type thing, and people will actually, you can see the people who are attending the event within Volanta.
That would be really cool to see. Yeah, I do know you guys
So
also have a way to add friends in Volanta
yes,
too. And
yep.
how does that feature work?
I think that came up initially after version 1 released last year. We wanted a way to tie the community together. So we actually implemented a way for people to fly together in Volanta. So what we call our flight parties feature. And you can have up to 10 people in one flight party, and it displays all of your friends on the map and all their flight routes. And you can actually chat with each other in Volanta over text, or you can draw on the map so all your flight party pilots can see. It's especially useful for, like, if you're doing an adventure flying with a buddy, you're planning your route around some mountainous terrain, or when you're bush flying, you can actually draw where you'd like to go on the map, or avoid this area. So it's pretty neat to see them in real time and being able to communicate that way.
What about flight planning? What kind of flight planning features do you guys have?
We have all sorts of integrations. So SimBrief integration is probably our most popular. The great thing about the SimBrief integration is that you can import your flight plan as an overlay. So it'll actually have a tab on the side where you can pop open, and it has all your required information in one location. You can go into the detailed view, or you can just have the simple, this is my zero fuel weight, this is my departure, this is my route, etc. So it's very useful for those who use SimBrief on a regular basis to get the information you need to load up your aircraft.
I just saw a great question in the chat, and I'm curious myself. Is there a way, or is it currently do it, to, I guess, add your scenery, or like kind of like to mesh together your scenery from Orbx Central and your scenery in Volanta at the, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it already does that.
Oh, it does.
wow.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what does it do? It shows it on the map?
Yeah, so it shows all your installed scenery on the map, and you can select it by sim type.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
So I don't think there's a way yet to add it manually, because it automatically detects the scenery for you. But you can select currently, select to view your airports or scenery on the actual map with little stars. The stars will appear on the airports you have installed for each sim.
Nice.
Nice.
I know, because
Nice.
like, I know, I'm pretty sure XP is similar to me, but a lot of us fly from scenery to scenery. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going there if I ain't got scenery for it. So I think it's super helpful to, in the process of planning a flight. I know I don't want to have to open Microsoft Flight Sim to see, all right, where do I have scenery at? Or have to open up X-Plane to find out where I have scenery. It's good to have that in an application.
And it's actually good that you brought it up, because we have a schedules feature as well that allows you to highlight the airports that you have installed and view flights only between airports that you have installed. So our schedules have real world schedules, and they're constantly updated. So if you wanted to filter down to just the 2 highlighted airports that you have installed, then you can do that.
And are these free features, or are these the premium features?
That's a premium feature. So
Which
some
one
of the
is that?
giveaways we're doing today, some people will be able to experience that feature.
So the schedules feature, that's a premium feature?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
what's the main difference between regular, basic, and the premier premium feature? What are the
So
top?
a lot of these extra features, like I was talking about, is more in the premium product. But if you were not looking for those extra add-ons, for your tracking experience, the free feature is great as it is, and there's still free features rolling out to the free version too. So it's not like we're just completely abandoning the free version at all. It's constantly being updated as well as the premium. So the freeware version, it still includes the awesome, 3D flight tracking, your history, your fleet. It still includes screenshot feature up to I think 3 screenshots per flight,
Mm.
where premium allows you up to as many as you want.
Hmm.
But yeah, so there's still some great functionality for anyone who wants to just use Volanta for free, but the premium's there for that little extra. People looking for that little extra.
I'm
Gotcha.
gonna have to enter the Volanta app giveaway here because we're giving away five premium Volanta accounts here. Let's run another giveaway, guys. Guys, in chat, keep typing exclamation giveaway because I'm just gonna use that going forward. We already gave away 2. We have 3 more Orbx sceneries to go. Then we're gonna get into the 5 Volanta premium sceneries. So exclamation giveaway in chat. Go ahead and type that. We already have 45 of you guys here that's in here. If you haven't typed that yet, go ahead and type it now. Exclamation giveaway. I'm going to roll another one so we can keep the ball rolling here because we got more questions and we
So
got more
many.
giveads.
So many
Definitely.
questions. So many
Definitely.
giveaways.
Absolutely. Oh,
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Somebody asked about the 3D flight plan is dope. So what's the 3D flight plan? What is that?
So 3D flight paths are. This is actually my favorite feature. This
Really?
is something that I really enjoy. So 3D flight paths allow you to view your flight pretty much in 3D. So basically like you see on Flight Radar 24. If you do a certain approach into, say, like a tricky airport or an RNAV arrival, like you can actually see the turns in 3D and the altitude on the map by right-clicking and kind of like manipulating the map in a way where you can see it in 3D mode. So it's pretty neat.
It is. So I could critique and analyze my approach and landing or even my
That's right.
takeoff.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. All right, let me go ahead and roll this one here. And the next winner, courtesy of Orbx, is Kevlev. Am I mispronouncing your name? Ke6lev. You're one of my favorites, man. In chat, say hi to everybody in chat. Congratulations. Say thank you to Orbx for winning at Orbx Scenery. Just say hi in chat and send me a private message on Discord with your email address. If you have not signed up for Orbx yet, you need to sign up for Orbx right now. Exclamation Orbx in chat. Give it a website and get an Orbx account going.
Congrats.
Evelyn,
Congrats.
congratulations, man. Absolutely. You won the giveaway, my friend. So anyway,
I have
but
another Volanta question,
ahead,
and I
man.
think it's a big question for a lot of people who don't know about Volanta. But what if I'm on another platform that does a similar thing to
Yep.
Volanta? How, like, I don't want to lose all of my hours, right? My
Yep.
flight time hours. Like, how does that work when you go to Volanta? Can you transport them over? Can you put them in manually? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so we have quite a few options for you to transfer your stuff over. So we have options for importing from, online networks. We have, import functionality from the other popular tracking software programs. And we also recently included the manual import function. So I actually personally worked on that with the dev team with the manual features because there's a lot of flights that I not necessarily flew elsewhere, just a lot of flights that I've done over the years that I'd like to have as
Right.
memories in kind of my logbook. So so there is a manual way to do it as well, which is quite nice.
What's the
Nice.
difference between the blue airplanes and the white airplanes on Volanta?
So you're actually looking at the
Yeah,
web version.
I'm on the web
Um,
version right now.
Yeah, so the web version, those are actually, so the blue that you see are actually Volanta pilots, and the white are actually what's currently on VATSIM, because you have the
Wow,
VATSIM option on.
that's a lot of Volanta pilots.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So if you go to the map settings, actually on the side there, on the side tab, on the right,
On the
Mhm.
right, oh, map settings, gotta see it.
Jeez.
yeah, and then if you select the whatever options, you can turn off the VATSIM and see just Volanta or and that sort of thing.
Cool.
Wow, wow, wow. And the more I dig deeper into this thing, I'm looking at it going, geez, that looks beautiful. You guys have a app as well. Is that an app or is it a browser on a
It's
on
an
a
app.
smartphone? Is it an app?
Oh, sorry, not the. There's no smartphone app,
Right.
but there's an app for desktop. So I'd recommend using the desktop app for your Volanta experience,
Hmm.
although the web version works just as well. But you
Gotcha.
need the Volanta desktop app at least running on your computer for the web version to work normally.
Any
So
any plans to create a app? Yeah, any plans to create an app?
yes,
Just yes, I love it. Um,
Straight, straight to the point.
no, because
Straight.
yeah, I mean, you guys know. I mean, I know XP agrees. We all. That's one thing we're missing. Is an app. Like there's
yep.
always great desktop application, but nobody wants to make a freaking like iPad app. I want this. I want
It's
Volanta
still
on my iPad. I don't want to have to open another window. I don't want to crowd my stream with more things. I want it on my
yeah.
iPad.
It's still actually it works currently on any device by visiting the web address. So
Mm.
you could use it right now, but yeah, we're currently looking into getting something out there for actually an actual dedicated app, but I have no information on when that would be.
Copy.
Gotcha. Exclamation giveaway in chat, guys. We're going to be running another giveaway here in a few minutes. Exclamation giveaway in chat if you haven't already typed it. How did Orbx and Volanta make the connection? How did that come about?
Well, Ben McClintock's actually part of Orbx, and Volanta was kind of like his side project that he wanted to tackle. I'm sure he can talk more about it. She was here with me to talk more about the history of how that connection was made. But he is Orbx, and with Orbx. So Volanta was something that he wanted to tackle on the side. But we try to we try to keep the Volanta name separate, but it's all basically in house. So
Gotcha. You didn't say how much is the premium? What's the price of the premium?
currently it is $4.99.
Yeah.
I'm in South Korea right now, so let me
Yeah, right. What was
let
it?
me get the
The Korean
Conversion.
won? What is it?
yeah. Sorry,
The one, yeah. No,
just
good.
embarrassing.
That's
Uh,
so basically we're talking about less than a cup of Starbucks coffee or Frappo Mocha latte per month.
yeah, so it's Australian 635 plus tax, or you have a yearly option which is 63.50.
Like
So
4.99 US. Okay.
yeah, so I was right, about 4.99 US.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Speaking of premium, because you said this is a premium feature, the schedules. This is something I'm really interested in. How does that work? Obviously, I can't see it here because I'm not logged in. I don't have premium. But
Yep.
how does that work? Because the other, we're just gonna call it the other one that I use, has a schedules feature where you can search airlines. Like so, what does that include exactly?
Yeah, we give you the ability, expansive search options and filters. So if you want to search from just one specific airport with one airline or one aircraft type or all of them at once, you can. It's very intuitive. Like you can. The way I do it personally is I select the airport I want to fly from. I don't necessarily have a destination in mind, but say I want to hop in the A320 and I want to fly from say Vancouver. I can click on the icon in Vancouver in the schedules window on the map, and it'll show me every flight with an A320 departing Vancouver.
Hmm.
Okay, so I can go from there.
Cool.
Nice.
That is
Nice.
cool.
Nice. All right, guys, we're gonna roll it one more time here. This is giveaway number 4. We got 6 more to go. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and hit it. Kurt Knox. Kurt Knox. Congratulations, my friend. Say hello to us in chat. Say thank you to Orbx in chat. And also send me a private message on Discord so that we can get your email address. You have to have an Orbx account to do that, my friend. So Kurt Knox, congratulations, my friend. Definitely. I had a good this question popped up since the beginning.
I was about to ask it too.
Yeah. Is Chase Play coming to Microsoft? Or can you answer that?
That's actually our partner, Parallel 42.
Mm-hmm.
So Chase Plane is from Parallel 42. We do offer Chase Plane on Orbx Central, as well as their other great products. I have no information on Chase Plane, unfortunately.
Not yet.
So whatever they have in-house in development, like I wouldn't have that information until like it's basically almost ready for release, or if we're doing a collaboration of some sort. But from what I know, I don't have any info on Chase Plane.
Yeah,
Cool.
got you.
I know a lot of people have been asking about it, and it's definitely something that's needed in Microsoft Flight Sim. Speaking of, I guess, going in a different direction here, aircraft. You guys have released one aircraft, I believe, right?
Yes.
In-house
from Optica.
Yes. Yep. How was that aircraft received? That was Orbx's first time releasing an aircraft, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
How was it received, and also what's the future for aircraft in general? Are you gonna do more aircraft?
Second question, maybe.
I thought you were going to give me that good old yes, and just leave it there.
I'm pretty sure I can't comment on that, but
do I need to call your boss?
Exciting times ahead. That's all I have to say.
Cool.
But yes, like your first question about the Optica, I'm not sure how that decision came up to produce the Optica, but it's very unique in the way it flies and the way it looks, especially with its glass dome and canopy.
Yeah.
I think the initial decision to do the Optica was best for newcomers to flight sim, especially Microsoft Flight Simulator, and also it's a great aircraft to fly low and slow and take in the scenery. It provides great visibility, and it's also great for checking out some of our landmarks products for Microsoft Flight Sim. So a lot of the city products, it's great to fly in that. If you're looking for view-esque, picturesque kind of views. So
it's a good first experiment, I guess, in the space. I think for you guys, absolutely.
Did you guys hire like some new people? Because I mean, most of the people we know of in Orbx have always been senior developers and sometimes maybe plug-in developers, stuff like that. So like, did they have to hire or get a new partner to create an actual aircraft, like a whole new team?
What I do know is that I'm not sure about the Optica specifically, but I know we're always looking for talent, and as well as a lot of our team members are very talented in a way where they've tackled other projects outside of just scenery design. So there's a lot of collaboration across teams to get these products into a phase where you guys can enjoy them. And in terms of the Optica, I'm not too sure about, because that was a little bit before my time joining, because it was already pretty much done when I joined. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that there was other people that we brought in to get some help with developing that as well. So.
Nice. All right, got a personal question for you. It's one of our controversial questions
on
our show. We have For your personal simming, I
Yep.
mean, considering Microsoft X-Plane or P3D, what is your go-to sim right now, and why?
Oh, this is hard.
I told you.
Um,
Let me.
it's actually conflicting for me because
Mhm.
I'm having my own simming, difficulties choosing between each one because I use all of them, right? So, uh, here's my issue, and I'm going to speak from myself. I'm not from Orbx, but for me personally, I've been a huge fan of P3D for a long time, and I used it for a lot of my long haul flying that I really enjoyed. And then I always been a next plane simmer as well. So like in parallel, I've been jumping back and forth between the two. So in next plane, I have certain aircraft or certain scenery, or say if I want to fly in certain parts of the world, I would use X plane for that. Nowadays, with Microsoft Flight Sim and with a lot of new complex aircraft coming to the market now, my time between when I do have time to actually sim these days, I've been enjoying Microsoft Flight Sim just because it's new and I'm finally getting time to actually try it out. But at the same time, I'm always going back to my traditional ways of enjoying X plane and the flights. It's just because I know it so well, and um, it for me it's stable in a stable state where I can just not worry about it, just fly and forget it while I work, kind of thing.
So what's
So
your go-to flight like when you have time to sim? Like if you were just gonna sit in front of sim or even have the sim going while you're working, what's your go-to flight?
that would depend. Like if my go-to flight would probably be in the range of 3 to 4 hours. So I let it fly while I get my work done, kind of thing. And you know, um, that's but majority of the time when I'm actually simming in the evenings or when I have a few hours, I'll try to do a flight within an hour and a half or 2 hours. So maybe with an A320 or a Boeing.
Hmm.
So
I don't
you're a
do.
tube liner. You're my kind of guy. You're a tube liner guy.
I like the tube liners. I'm not saying I don't do any GA, but majority of my flying is tube liners. Yeah.
Nice, nice. I love that. I love the answer. Good answer. I think all of us are in the same space. If you had P3D, you have all your nice add-ons, and if you're in X-Plane, you have all your nice add-ons. But Microsoft is so attractive that you find yourself just going through them in like a cycle. You're
Yep.
cycling through them as you go. That makes sense. I think that's where a lot of us are, and based on your responses to my questions or your facial expressions, I think that's not going to change. I think it's going to continue
Yeah.
with what you guys are going to be bringing to the table. So that's
I
good
hope
to know.
so. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
we
good to
should
know.
run another giveaway.
Yep, I was just about to run that right now. So last guy was Kurt! Exclamation giveaway in chat. We're gonna roll it right now because we still have you guys that entered already. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Roll it.
Sim Aviator. Sim
What?
Aviator.
Fan.
Congratulations, my friend, Sim Aviator fan. You have just won Orbx scenery. Say hello to us in chat and then also send me a private message on Discord with your email address that you have signed up for Orbx. And we'll go ahead and get it to you. So there you go. Absolutely.
Congrats.
We're gonna keep using the exclamation giveaway. Don't worry about it. Keep typing it. It stays in the Nightbot that I'm using to run the giveaways here. So Sim Aviator fan, congratulations, man. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Orbx scenery. Now the next couple of giveaways is gonna be for Volanta. And that's Volanta Premium, correct?
That's right. Yep. 6 month subscription to
All right.
Volanta Premium.
So
Beautiful.
let me get my my exclamation giveaway in chat for the Volanta. I think I'm gonna start going. There you go. There you go. I officially entered. Blue, you should enter it too.
I'm
There
gonna
you
enter
go.
too. Yeah.
Good to go, man.
Hold on.
All
Let
right.
me see.
Awesome.
It'd be hilarious if we win.
We'll go. Awesome.
I
Man.
have
Good
another
to go.
question. Freeware. What's that look like for
Yep.
Orbx in the future?
It's actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm looking at ways to potentially bring more freeware to our store. So we do have some freeware on there. But yeah, like I think we'll be hosting some freeware in the future. Some more additional freeware if it's not from us, but potentially from the community as well. So that's still kind of in the planning stages, but yeah, if that's what you wanted to know.
Yeah, because there's a few sceneries that I've downloaded from Orbx. To be honest with you, they're not very easy to find. The free ones, because I have to go like really looking for. Like one of my favorite was Oceano County on X-Plane 11. I don't know how old it is. I don't know who made it, but Pilot Edge has a like a intro flight on their website, and it uses L52, Oceano County.
Nice.
And so whenever you do that little training flight on Pilot Edge, like you go to L52, and I don't know who told me that there was scenery there, and I downloaded the scenery because I didn't want to fly default scenery, and then I was like,
Yep.
this is freaking amazing! Like it's such a good little airfield to fly GA, do pattern work. It's right in the heart of like this the SoCal area. And I'm like, this is cool. And then I believe you guys released 1 or 2 freeware sceneries in the Pacific Northwest in Microsoft Flight Sim. Amazing as well. And I was like, man, I would love to see more of this. Like, is it possible in the same way you're doing the partner program with Payware to do a similar thing with freeware?
Yeah, I'll definitely bring that back to the team and see what we can do. I know personally, I'd love to get more freeware available, for the community. So, like you mentioned, like some items for X-Plane, it'd be great to have. I agree with you. It'd be great to have more options there for everyone to enjoy. So,
Yeah,
um,
here's one for Blue. Here's a freeware for you, Blue. It's called
Uh-oh.
Brisbane River Run.
What?
It's a fun Brisbane River Run. It's a fun challenge where you fly like what do you call that? Reno air races, but it's on a river.
Huh. Interesting.
You'd love that. Yeah, there you go, and it's free on the. I found all the freeware. Orbxdirect.com/freeware. You guys got tons of stuff on here,
Yeah.
including airplanes, including some vintage planes. Here is a Hawker Hurricane from World War II era. You got some IA-58. So there's stuff here. You guys do have actually quite a few. Some landmark stuff as well for Taipei.
Yep.
You guys need to jump on the Orbx site. Just go to orbxdirect.com and just start clicking around and see what Orbx got.
Wow. You
Because
guys
they
have
have a
Hungary
lot.
VFR for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guys over at Hungary, so some of our partners offer free products in the freeware section. So it's nice to see, even airports, like large airports. There's like Sandan Airport, Skopje. I forget how to pronounce it. Scope. Lima Whiskey Sierra Kilo.
Right.
That's the
Right.
ICAO. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on there.
What's the name of that airport in the Pacific Northwest with the grass fields? You know the name of it?
Oh,
I'm trying to find it. I don't know what it's called. It was like the first one. The first,
oh,
like the
Vasho Island, or was it West Wind?
I don't remember. I just know it was not far from Portland.
It's probably
Oh,
West
found
Wind.
it. OG20. Fairways Airport.
Oh, Fairways
Love
Airport. Okay.
this scenery. Oh my god, I love it. I remember we did like a fly-in event. I'm not sure if I did a live stream or not, but we had like a bunch of us doing touch and goes. Like when it released, everybody was doing touch and goes. Matter of fact, I think this might have been one of the first actual Microsoft Flight Sim Orbx sceneries released. And it was free.
Nice. All right, let's roll one of the first Volanta giveaways here. You guys already type exclamation giveaway in chat. Don't worry, you're here. I'm gonna hit it right now in 3, 2, 1, and this is for Volanta Premium. And Zach Hamilton, my man. What's going on, Zach? Welcome aboard, man. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, subscribing here. Just say hello to us in chat, Zach, and then also send me a private message on Discord with your Orbx account email, my friend. Zach Hamilton, congratulations, man. Definitely.
Or actually, for the if we can, for the Volanta winners, if they already have a Volanta account set up, the Volanta email would be best.
There you go. Volanta email for all the giveaways going forward. If you guys
Don't
have
put it
Volanta,
in your chat.
don't put it
Do
in
not
chat.
put your email in the chat.
Right. So yeah, if you already have a Volanta account, just send that email address to me, private message. If you don't have one, guess what you're gonna have to do? Sign up for Volanta. There you go.
That's right.
That's it. Yeah. So yeah. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put a Nightbot in here for you guys for Volanta, so you can get the link to it. Well, pretty much it is Volanta. Let me just make sure I have it here. Volanta.app, .app. That's for the desktop, and then from there you can download it one for your browser and so forth for your computer.
We
So-
also have links in that for our Discord page. Our Discord Volanta chat is quite active, so there's a great community over there if you're on Discord, if you want to join the Volanta guys.
Yep.
Actually, I have a question about Volanta. I just popped in my head. Any support for like virtual airlines in the future for Volanta?
We actually, a few months ago, we started accepting virtual airline requests to get their airlines added. So there's a form that you can fill out, a request form, because obviously, you know, if someone just creates a virtual airline out of thin blue air, it might be quite difficult to manage all these fictional airlines, right? So I think there's a minimum set of requirements that your virtual airline needs to be imported. But yeah, you can send that request form in and we'll get it approved.
Another great question in the chat from Land of the Lakes. Possibility to get Volanta tab inside of Microsoft Flight Sim, or even just like in-sim integration of Volanta on any sim.
Yeah, that's actually a great suggestion. So what I would do is actually go to feedback.volanta.app and add that selection, or add the suggestion into as an option, because people can actually vote on it, and we can keep track of the most popular requests. But that's a great idea.
Yeah, he said he's in VR, so it would be helpful to be able to use it in VR.
Yeah.
Shout out to my VR peeps out there.
Yep, absolutely. Here you go. Zach is back. He stepped away. Zach, just make sure you send me your email address, the private message on Discord, man, for Volanta. Make sure you have a Volanta account. Sign up for it. For you guys, !Volanta in chat will give you a link directly to go ahead and sign up on the website, then download the app and so forth and so on, as we were talking about it. So for Orbx, back to Orbx here real quick. We got 4 more Volanta Premium to give away for you guys, so stay tuned for that. We're not done yet. So as far as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, Zach was the first one. I think for Volanta. I could be wrong.
I believe Zach was the first one for Volanta.
Yeah, he was the first one for Volanta.
3 more. Just making sure people don't get their hopes up.
Exactly. I haven't won it yet, so we'll see what happens. But so, anything that we haven't asked you about Orbx yet, or Volanta that we haven't talked about on stream yet, that that's coming up that you can disclose or mention or preview or anything like that?
Yeah, so we actually have a cross-panel community discussion with Flight Sim Association hosting it this weekend. And we have Austin himself from X-Plane on the panel, with myself and our CEO, Anna, on that cross-panel community discussion. So you can tune into that. You can visit the Fly July website for more info, and I believe you can sign up through the FSA website as well.
That's pretty cool.
This cross-panel discussion, what do you? I think I saw one. What do you guys normally discuss on that?
there's a range of subjects, but this one focuses mostly on the future of X-Plane and kind of. I don't want to spill too much, but
Right.
basically we're going to be taking questions from the community and discussing what we have in store or what X-Plane has in store for the future and what we can do for X-Plane users as well. So tune in and I think it'll be great.
I guess on the X-Plane subjects, I want to ask you this.
Mhm.
And again, you mentioned as well that you are more focused on the X-Plane side when it comes to scenery development. And
That's right.
X-Plane 12 is bringing a lot of changes, a lot of improvements. And I don't believe you're going to be on that show this weekend, right? So this is your
I will
chance.
be.
Oh, you will be dope. Cool.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you anyway, it doesn't matter on your show, not. What are you most excited about as far as a developer? What are you most excited about from features from X-Plane 12?
Mm, that's a hard question because I think the most exciting thing is going to be like the ease of. I shouldn't say ease. I think it's just more intuitive to actually have majority of products that work in X-Plane 11 already work in X-Plane 12.
Hmm.
So there's minimal amount of work that needs to be done to pre-existing scenery. I think as long as it's like Vulkan compatible, I think it's pretty much set it and forget it. But the other thing I'm really excited about is there's a lot of, like you said, new features in X-Plane 12 that will allow to kind of bring the scenery up to, you know, I'd say new standards for X-Plane design. There's a lot of other features that scenery developers can incorporate now. So not only will they be able to easily bring their products over, I think we can start to see improvements to pre-existing scenery being made while those products become available in the new sim.
Wow. Wow. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm just dying to see what X-Plane 12 is going to look like. And having you guys on board already with it behind the scenes is going to be even better. That's all I can say, I could wish for a lot. Jeez, man. Real quick, let me just run another Volanta giveaway. Guys, sign up for Volanta, exclamation Volanta in chat to sign up. But exclamation giveaway in chat, Guys, go ahead and type that again so we can run another premium Volanta here for you guys. Give you guys a couple of minutes to type that in chat, and we're going to be rolling that another one. Then, as far as that's for X-Plane. As far as Microsoft Flight Sim, is there anything that Microsoft is not doing now that you guys are waiting on to be done to continue developing for Microsoft, or Microsoft has given you basically everything that you need? What do you think?
I think right now I can't really comment on the development side for Microsoft as I'm not really involved in direct development for Orbx on the MSFS side. But all I can say from my standpoint, I see like there's certain things that could be improved upon. I guess it's just more of getting used to a new platform because to be honest, it's still developing, right? It's still growing. It's still being updated constantly. So not only is the sim getting new features or additions, but also like the software development tools are getting updated constantly. So I don't know what the wants are necessarily from a developer standpoint for that sim, but I do know that there are certain things that people are requesting that do get addressed. So
I have a question, and we kind of talked about this earlier, but I forgot to ask. Uh, we talked about Orbix True Earth World, which is not a real thing, and it's an idea that me and XP created for Orbix to do, hopefully in the
yeah.
future. So, what's the possibility? You may or may not be able to disclose this information, but what is the possibility of Orbix providing a scenery streaming service?
I'm not too sure, because that'll probably take a lot of research to get right. Um, we're talking like hosting servers and possibly data center stuff like that. But I mean, that's something that I could bring up to the team, and
Or just write on a
you know.
napkin, slide it over to your CEO. Be like, what do you think about this? Hey, the
Yeah,
greatest idea is to start off on a little napkin at a restaurant or something. But no, yeah, I mean, I just an idea. I mean, again, with the X-Plane 12, and again, how we talked earlier about how there's a big hole on the scenery side, so it's gonna look better, like you said. All the abilities to make scenery look better is gonna raise the standard. But what about between airports? What about on approach into the airport if the airport doesn't include its own ortho scenery around it, right? So it's like,
Mhm.
one of the things we love so much about Microsoft Flight Sim is ability to fly anywhere in the world and know we're gonna have photographic scenery in that area that represent what it generally looks like. It might be outdated by a few years, but it looks generally how it looks in the area. And so to have, Microsoft has shown that using the ability to stream it has its pros and its cons. And we've all kind of become accustomed to that now. And now X Plane's like, hey, we're gonna give you all this really cool stuff, but we're still gonna be old school on this one thing, the one thing you like a lot. So,
Yeah.
and I get they're supposed to be improving it and making it better, but it's you can never beat photo. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
I think we're very lucky, like the community as a whole and simmers ourselves. Like we're so lucky to have something like Microsoft Flight Sim, come along and introduce this kind of tech. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah.
I think we're super lucky to be experiencing a new era. Um, Not that other sims don't compete, or I still believe firmly that each sim provides its own capabilities. But it's just competition is good.
Yeah.
It's not just stagnant where it's just one simulator and it's done developed. It's we're in a really good time where we can actually see multiple simulators developing and improving constantly, and we have choice, so which is great.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll wait and see. I'm gonna take a wait and see attitude. I have hope. I have hope. All right, let me roll the next giveaway here for Volanta Premium. Volanta Premium. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Uh, Brandon Dammers. Brandon Dammers, congratulations, my friend. Say hi in chat. You've just won a premium copy of Volanta.
Congrats.
Make sure. Yep. Yep. Make sure you send your Volanta account email address to me during private message, my friend. Congratulations, Brandon. Congrats. Definitely. Good for you, man. Jeez. I don't think I've ever done this many giveaways
In one
at
live
all.
stream, me
In one live
neither.
stream,
It's
you
really
know.
cool that you guys are doing this stuff because we're not the only source for these giveaways. You guys have been doing giveaways. I mean, it's halfway through the month already. You've been doing giveaways on a lot of different streams from different
Yep.
content creators, and stuff like that. So it's pretty amazing because, I mean, who doesn't want scenery? You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's something part of Fly July, right? Like we try to bring the community together, even though it's not necessarily just one big event per se at one time, and we try to spread it out over the month. So if you miss a stream, you have a chance to pick up or a chance to win a prize from someone else's stream. So it just to spread awareness of there's so many great people in this industry.
I have a cool
So
idea. I'm sorry. This is a tradition. Every time we have a guest on, I give you an idea.
nice.
It's not even on purpose. It just happens in my head. Next year for Fly July,
Mhm.
I think you guys should spotlight a scenery, whether it be your own or partners, and anyone who flies into a VATSIM event into this scenery gets
Mhm.
a free copy of that scenery.
Dude, that's
Good idea.
that's like 300 people, man.
But hey, but listen, I mean, you're giving away a ton of stuff now, which is cool. And yeah, a lot of people will have that one scenery, but I think it'd be worth it. I don't know.
I'm adding it to the napkin.
There you go.
I love
I'm
it.
gonna,
I love it.
I'm gonna bring the blue I'm gonna bring the XP crew over, man, and swamp it. Definitely, definitely. All
Like
right,
you guys want the free city, we gotta fly
I
in.
know.
Send your Volanta
That's
flight
right.
Yep.
tracking.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and roll one more, and that's gonna wrap it up for the giveaways for you guys. You guys have been hanging out a long time, so I don't want to keep you waiting. Let me roll it one more time in 3, 2, 1. DJ Met1, congratulations on your Volanta win, my friend. Shout out to Volanta and of course Orbx for sponsoring all of these for you guys. DJ Met, say hi in chat. Send me a private message with your email for Volanta, and I'll see you there because I'm gonna have to get a Volanta myself. I'm definitely getting it. I think I'm gonna make the switch and add it because I'm looking at all the features that Volanta has, and I'm saying yes to myself.
It does a lot
That's
that I didn't know it did. There's a lot. I've learned a
yeah,
lot today. Thank you, Santi.
Yeah,
yeah.
no worries. Yeah, and it's continually probably going to, surprise you and how intuitive it is and how many features it actually provides. We try to keep it that way, like, because you're always discovering something new about the program, right? So it's basic on the outside, but if you really want the nitty gritty of details for your flying, then it's there.
I've been
So
told you can also track DCS flights on Volanta.
You can.
what?
Yes.
Because I've been wanting a way to track my DCS hours. I ain't got.
Now you can.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing. I have one last question for you. I've had a lot today, and thank you for
That's
answering
okay.
all of them honestly. So, how does someone become a partner, like a scenery partner, and also how does someone become like even a media partner? Like, say someone wants to promote Orbx or get hired. Like, how do you get involved with Orbx?
It all starts with reaching out, simple email, or it's usually like as community manager, I deal a lot with incoming emails of people reaching out, and obviously I can't reply to every single one, or else I wouldn't be able to do anything but emails. But we it all starts with communication. If you reach out and say, hey, look, I have this channel. I'm growing. I'd like to, help promote you as well as, grow my channel. Then yeah, like we're always welcoming people to, showcase some Orbx stuff, and we're also willing to help out with some, marketing as well. So for partners, that's more of a question for Ed. Ed, he's our director of partners, so he basically deals with more of the partner side. But again, if you're looking to join Orbx as a partner to provide some of your products, then just shoot an email over. info@orbxsystems.com is great. Someone will get back to you on point you in the right direction to get you in contact. So.
And what if you're not a what if you're not a streamer, influencer, or senior developer, but you have a skill, right? Like you have a skill you feel like Orbx could value. How would they reach out to you guys?
Yep. Reach out to us. Email, Instagram, socials, even a ticket. Like we have visibility over all our platforms. So I'd suggest probably email because we have that down to a T where we get that filtered pretty nicely, so it goes to the correct people. But our ears are open. We're always welcoming people to show what they have, talent for. So if we could use it, we'll definitely use it.
It's amazing.
Wow. Awesome. Santi, you've been very gracious with us, getting up early in South Korea, joining, answering as much questions as possible. I'm glad I got to see your face when you're answering these questions. Gives me hope. We thank you.
Priceless.
Oh yeah, priceless. We thank you so much for being on the Blu-XPerience, man. Hour 45 minutes. Wow. Told you we could talk. And
I enjoyed it.
Blue and myself are I guess, influencers with Orbx now. You'll see us fly a lot of Orbx scenery. You'll see us do some more Orbx stuff. We're going to even try to get in on the Fly July, exclamation Fly July in chat, guys. Gives you more information about Fly July that's going on right now. And we're happy. We're happy that you came on, man. Thank you so much. And then
Thanks for having me.
anything you need from us, guys, man, just reach out. We're here for you. You know, that's what we do, definitely. So we are good. Blue.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. Again, thank you, Orbx. It's been a long time coming, man. We've been really wanting to get you guys on the show for a long time. As you see, I had a lot of questions, but I mean, you answered all of them. I don't have anything else. I had a list, and it's all scratched out. So there it is. But thank you so much. Thank you, everybody else. Again, the first episode 32 on the new Blu-XPerience Media YouTube channel. This is the new home for the Blu-XPerience podcast. You can also catch the podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, on Amazon, everywhere you can hear C-Pop podcasts if you just want to listen in. So thank you guys so much for supporting the stream. Thank you for supporting me and XP. We'll both be streaming throughout the week. Matter of fact, speaking of that, XP, when is your next live stream?
Tomorrow's Friday. Friday craziness, FNO or XPO or whatever we're going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to fly a special plane tomorrow. We'll see what's coming up with that. I'm not going to say what it is yet. I'm going to go plan that flight right after the stream is over. Don't forget, guys, the new channel here. I saw we gained a bunch of subs while it was going on. Just send the link to people you know that are interested in listening to the aviation and the simming, you know, stuff. We can fly all the time, but also I love these discussions that we get to have. We learned some things new last week, we learned some things new today, and we'll learn some things new next week. So send this link to fellow friends, streamers, so forth and so on, who's interested, and get this Blu-XPerience channel up and running so we can do a lot more of these, man. So that's it.
Absolutely.
That's it for me. Definitely.
Yeah. And I'll be live also tomorrow. I'm actually flying into the virtual Oshkosh SimVenture event on Pilot Edge. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I've actually already taken off out of Houston, Texas, and I'm flying 900 miles all the way to Oshkosh in the Freedom Fox Kit Fox, which you can get on the Orbx Central website. Nice little tag there. And made a stop somewhere in Arkansas this morning, and we're gonna do day 2 and our last couple legs flying from Arkansas all the way up to Wisconsin for that. And we may be stopping by another Orbx scenery in Chicago on the way. So that's gonna be tomorrow's live stream. I got a couple guys flying with me on that event. If you want to join me, hop on my Discord. We'll be flying on there and in the comms and talking and flying. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll be obviously be streaming it. But that's it for me and for the rest of us. Until next time, remember you have 3 choices: give up, give in, give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. We will see you guys next time, next video. See y'all.